Hi, my name is Greg Braun, and I am one of the owners here at Braunsdale Holsteins. We're a dairy farm located near Bloomenart, Manitoba, and we milk 650 cows, all Holsteins. And I'm the third generation here. My father's the other owner, actively involved here, and my grandfather actually started the farm here back in around 1930. And so we've been in business here for about 76 years. This is our milking cow barn, and we also have another site where we house all of our dry cows and young stock and calves. And that was the original farm site. And this barn here we built 3 years ago as a replacement for a parlor that we had burned in a fire, and also as part of our expansion for the future. And so we separated the sites a little bit to give ourselves some more space, and we built the new milking facility and then this new freestall barn here. Here in Manitoba we have fairly windy conditions on a regular basis, so that keeps the airflow quite good through here. We haven't put any fans in here at all, and we've been operating for 3 years already without any fans, and we feel it works quite well. In winter time we roll up the curtains completely to reduce the wind, but we don't reduce the airflow. We've left the eaves open and also the peak of the building open to get the maximum amount of air moving through here in winter as well without having any wind. And that keeps the temperature almost the same inside as it is outside. We just don't have the wind, and that's all we feel is necessary to keep the cows comfortable. And it also means that there's never a buildup of humidity in here. We don't even see any frost build up on the inside of the building because the air is always so fresh. And we feel that's more important than almost anything else. It's just keeping the air fresh for the animals. With our free stalls, we wanted to have them as wide open as possible, so we didn't want any bars in front of the cows' heads, so they can pretty much walk right through these stalls if they really choose to. But they, with the positioning of the neck rail and such, we made it so that they position themselves quite well. But there's less bars for them to hooked on or interfered with, and so we found them to be a very comfortable stall. And we use different beddings. This group here we're using sand bedding, and that we find works very nicely. For the rest of the barn we're still using either flax straw or wood shavings. We don't have a steady supply of wood shavings, so it's mostly this flax straw, the same material that we put down in these alleyways, and we find that makes a very nice dry bedding for them. 3 years ago, when we had our parlor fire and we built this facility, we were milking very close to 600 cows, and today we're hardly milking any more than that, and we're producing a lot more milk. So we've seen our productivity per cow go up quite dramatically since moving them into a new facility. Virtually with the same cows, we're producing about 15% more milk, and plus we're finding other animal health benefits that we didn't see before. We don't see any pneumonias here, even in winter when in the coldest weather, and we feel our cow fertility is very good in this barn, and possibly due to the additional light, and also we feel that the cattle, when we moved them into this barn, the cattle took to the barn very quickly. They were immediately comfortable. Even once the first couple days we moved them in, they adapted to the free stalls and to the barn very quickly. It's like they hardly noticed that they were in a barn. They looked around a little bit and went right to the feed bunk and started eating. So they were very comfortable right from the beginning, we found. The CoverAll buildings here are connected to our milking facility with a breezeway. It's 40 feet wide, and it's basically used to bring the cattle back and forth to the milking facility. We sometimes use it for holding cattle as when we're doing veterinary work or any sort of observation. We can bring them through this lane, and it also has curtains on it, just like this main barn. We have installed roll-up curtains all the way around, so we can open up the sides as much as possible in summer to get maximum airflow through here. We get a lot of visitors here, and people are always really quite amazed. One, to see the size of the building, but also just with just how comfortable and bright it is in here, and how they can walk through here with 600 plus animals and still have fresh air, and then hardly have a smell on their clothing as they walk out after. It's that's the main thing people are amazed with, is just how much air moves through here, and just how bright it is compared to other barns. When we were building this barn, we built the concrete base of everything first, and the foundation, and then we had a crew come in to set up the coverall portion of it, and they managed to set up the coverall portion of it in 8 days, and it was really quite amazing to see how quickly that went up. It's something that we couldn't have done with a different style of construction. It didn't interfere with the rest of our building trades at all. Consequently, it cut down our total project time considerably. Being right on a highway here, there's a lot of people driving by, and there was a lot of attention on our building project that summer, and both the neighbors and passers-by couldn't believe that one day there was nothing here, the next day there was this big building here. They couldn't believe how quickly something like this could take shape and show up on the landscape here. We got a lot of amazed comments from neighbors and passers-by that saw this go up over a few days.